morning. I'm just leaving the Wildcat shelter. It's about 7:32. I'm 2 minutes past my target leave time. Still feeling a bit under the weather, so I took my time getting out of camp. Feeling a little bit groggy. I'm taking some medicine at night to hopefully help with the cough because I am tenting around others and trying not to be obnoxious. It really did work, but it also induces drowsiness. And I'm a little drowsy right now. Feeling a little foggy, but once I get moving, that'll get better. Today, the plan is 14 and change to the next shelter, which is the Fingerboard shelter. I'd love to know the history behind that name. It's kind of odd. Coming up in 2 miles is Fitzgerald Falls. And Jedi, last year, his video, the falls were quite lovely. This year, it's a little dry, and there were some hikers going south, that camped at our shelter last night. Said as waterfalls, they are pretty lame, but it is a great water source, which is also like gold out here right now. A lot of the springs and such are dried up. I think there's a couple decent climbs. I don't know much about the terrain. I try not to psych myself out. And also, it can go the opposite way. Yesterday, I'm like, oh, the last 2 miles to camp, look, it's all downhill. But what the GPS and the terrain profile don't show is what that terrain is. And actually, there were some boulder climbs, even up to the last like half mile into camp. I actually like the boulders. It's fun. It just was surprising, like, oh, this is what we're doing now at the end of the day. Well, we'll see what the day brings. Another thought about yesterday, I don't think I mentioned it because it was towards the end of my hike yesterday. The mountain laurel are blooming like mad, and there are areas of the trail here, it is just exploded with mountain laurels. And one section, I think I captured it on video yesterday, on both sides of the trail. And it's like you're going through this single track with these huge, beautiful white flowers on both sides. I felt like I was walking through a cathedral. It was surreal. And even at the shelter, there was several areas, several great tenting spots below the shelter, and this beautiful flat area of forest. And then beyond that were some woods, and thankfully there was, because the privy was not usable. I won't go into further detail, but the woods behind the tenting area were just loaded with mountain laurels, and it's just so beautiful. And one of the gentlemen had been hiking, and he's done most of the states on the AT, and he came out to do a section to do New York State. He was finishing up today. He said the forest here is probably the most, in his opinion, the nicest forest on the whole AT. And I think he meant, and you can see behind me, I mean, my friends, you mostly live in New York, you know. He just said in many other states it's just so dense and dark. He said the forest is pretty open, and you can see in there and all that. Now, these are deciduous trees. I don't know if there's any pine forest in New York State on the trail that I'll go through. And you know, those big tall pines are my favorite. And I asked him if he'd ever been to the Adirondacks, and he's like, no, not yet. And that was next up on his list. And I think he will just be blown away. I'm at the top of Fitzgerald Falls. You can see there's hardly any water moving. It's been so dry. The falls themselves are pretty lame. I took a photo and a video in stark contrast to Jedi's experience up here last year. The trail comes up some steps over here right alongside the falls, which is very pretty when there's falls. Anyway, we're headed up. Ooh, looks like I got some New York boulders. Things you'll see on the trail. Work with me here. The lighting isn't that great, but I see a profile of a poodle. Like, the ears are kind of, you know how they get those fancy hairdos. The eye, the snoot, and like, you know, doggy jowls right there, and the mouth. Maybe I miss my dog too much. I mean, he's not a poodle, but I have poodles in my family. My sister and my niece have poodles. I think that looks like a poodle. Another fun boulder scramble. Up that away. I made it up. And now there's another one that goes way up and off to the right. Yeah, that's a pretty big step. All right, I'm gonna put the phone down and away and figure this out. And oh, there's a blaze up there on that tree. I'm not done yet. I have more behind me, but I'm at a relatively flat spot and I have to take a rest. That was rough, difficult, but not scary really. Just you had to think about where you're gonna put your hands, and I got my poles collapsed down. I got them in one hand and I'm climbing up like a monkey. It's hard to do, especially not feeling 100%, but I did it. Well, since my last check-in, I was like, oh, let's see what lays ahead. What laid ahead was a buttload more boulder scrambling, mixed in with some beautiful forest walks. I just finished, you see some rocky trail, no big deal. I just finished another boulder scramble, and I made that mistake again of relying on the advice of a local and missed where I was going to take my lunch break, water source by this pond. But it's okay. I got water coming up about 2 miles ahead, and I have like almost 3/4 of a liter. It just looked like a pretty spot to take a break. And yeah, so I need to check the map and don't listen to locals. These are the mountain laurel I was talking about. I'm in a section where they are just everywhere in the woods. Like there's several sections like this. Very pretty. So this is just one example of New York's rocks. They're very smooth, and you can see the blaze right there. I want you to come down here, and there's another similar situation up above. Those rocks are so smooth and steep, and if you walked straight down, it would actually be an ideal spot for a butt slide. But I have my tent attached to the bottom of my pack, and I didn't want to rip it or whatever. So I kind of just sidestepped down, and I tried to find little grooves for my feet to bring me down to the regular trail. As you see, it gets normal for a little bit anyway. The other option would be go around to the side, or, you know, basically just get it done however you can. But I still will take all of these rocks over the Pennsylvania ankle biters. I stand by my conviction. Hi, sweetie. Cleaning your tail? What you doing? You cleaning your tail? You're so pretty. I got some competition for my water today. That guy's also liking the look of the pipe that I found. The stream looks stagnant, but then there's a pipe with flow. I mean, I'll take what I can get at this point, but I'm going down there. This way to the Fingerboard shelter. But first up, in 1.7 miles, the lemon squeezer. I have the lemon squeezer, which is some kind of crazy boulder and cave traverse, and including scaling a rock wall after that. There's an air quality warning because of the wildfires in Canada, and it's so smoky. It looks like the apocalypse in the park right now, and I'm just starting to notice the smoke. And you know, climbing uphill, and also there's pending thunderstorms. Bring it on, AT. I am ready. I don't know, this is crazy. I just have to laugh. Oh, and I'm also carrying 2.5 liters of water because there's no water at the shelter. So going up these hills, I'm like, Jesus, I noticed that weight. So I'm here for everything, AT. Give me what you got. This is crazy. I might get a better view later, but just in case, I wanted to share. The winds have calmed down. Over to my right, where I'm pointing the video camera, there are mountains, and you can see, let me zoom in, the mountains and then the sky. That is not cloudy from rain. That is all hazy from top to bottom with smoke from the Canadian wildfires. I have a friend that lives in the area, and she texted me to see if I'm okay from it, and it's hard for me to tell because I am recovering from a cold. I don't think that the smoke, I don't know, I smell the smoke, so obviously it's got to be in the air, and how can it not be in my lungs and affecting me? But I don't feel like I'm not, well, I am coughing just here and there from my cold, but who knows, maybe the smoke is affecting me. Anyway, hey, if it's affecting me, it's affecting everybody else, and it's affecting a lot of people a heck of a lot worse than it is any of us out here on the trails. Just a crazy point. I'm so out of touch with the news. I kid you not, I have not looked at one headline the entire April, May, June, 2+ months that I've been out here, and didn't even know about these wildfires. Okay, I'm up higher now. I've just been climbing for a while, and through those trees, there's nothing but white, what looks like fog. And it's supposed to be the mountain. Okay, I am at the lemon squeezer, which this is the blaze on the tree, like a normal blaze. And you can see the white arrow down there in a cave. I am going to take my pack cover off. I don't want to tear it because it is my raincoat. And I'm going to take a bathroom break before I get in there because I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, I'm on the lemon squeezer, or at the lemon squeezer. I have to go through here. Actually, this would be a good spot if there was a rainstorm, which hopefully there won't be. I still have 2 miles after this to go to camp, and I think there's like a rock wall I have to climb, and it's like 5:45 at night right now. But that's okay. I had a good day, and I took a long break when I needed it. I regret nothing, but I might in a minute. I know there's a place where you can throw your pack up, but I don't know if I'm strong enough to do that. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Whew, my pack's heavy. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to have to take it off and carry it. I forgot about that part. Okay, I made it this far. And then I got up to where I could just put my pack up on this ledge. And I'm going to continue through this and come back and get my pack. Okay, then. Whew, here we go. Oh, man, I shouldn't have had that tiramisu the other day. Oh, I'm only kidding. This is not bad. I do have to, I'm going to go sideways. Okay. Okay, I just got to get out and get my pack. That sounds pretty easy. Somehow it's not. Okay. I'll try. You got this. Just sit. Oh, I can sit on this rock and put my other foot on this rock. Look at that. Oh, I'm up. I'm going to go pick up my pack. I did the lemon squeezer, or at least the first part. There's where I came in and walked here and just threw the pack up there. Came over, climbed out onto here, and went and got my pack. All told, not too bad. I just had to kind of carry my pack for about 3 or 4 steps till I was tall enough to throw it up on the ledge. Up there is a sheer rock wall that I think that's the wall that Jedi told me about. Okay, I'm gonna head over there and see what's up. Oh, I earned my dinner tonight, I'll tell you that much. If I even get dinner. No, I don't get dinner. I have a headlamp. That's what headlamps are for, right? Why sit around at camp when you can be out here having fun? On boulders, like a kid. I mean, seriously. Oh, there's a Blue Blaze trail. Okay. Jedi told me a trick. I can go and put my pack at the top and then come back and climb that without my pack. I think I'm going to take the time to do that. There is where the wall climb comes up. And just here is where the blue trail meets the white. So I came up the blue trail. It was really short, left my pack here, and I'm going to go back down around and try the wall with my bare hands. The only thing I took off my pack is my GPS and SOS device. You know, I am here alone, but I'm not worried about it. I did it. I made it up that wall. This is the sign coming southbound that says easy way is the blue trail. I guess I did a hybrid way because I did not carry my pack up the rock wall. That rock wall has some metaphors for life, but I got to think on that, and maybe I'll share that tomorrow. I sat there for a long time, stuck in what I was convinced was the correct way, and needless to say, it was not the correct way. Anyway, safe from the lemon squeezer, safe from the rock wall. I have 2 miles to camp, and I'm starving, so I'm going to get back to work. Hey, look, a stone sidewalk. It's literally the trail. It's stone. This must be a really old stone to be so worn down. Oh, it's comfortable. I'll take it. I made it to the shelter. Here's to my longest day on trail during my hike. It was a fun day, a rough day. I'm tired and I got to get up early tomorrow. So I'm going to head into camp. Every day I make it to camp, I feel like I'm winning. That was a tough one, but I did it.